Howdy folks, Owen from EMF as always. The three things that'll get you photo shoot ready. Well, it's not quite just three things that'll get you photo shoot ready, I'm afraid. A lot of people asking me the last few days when the shoot came to be over the weekend, oh, was it, you must have been training really hard all the time. It's like, no, you must have been dieting like mad, no carbs, really, cutting down those calories. Not really. And they're saying like, oh, you mustn't gone out at all, stayed in the straight and narrow, been very unsociable. I was like, no, I was out every weekend the last 6 months. Like there are three kind of umbrella headings that you can use. One being the physical, so in order to gain a lot of muscle or lose a lot of fat or keep the muscle you have while stripping away that fat to get photo shoot ready, you need to know how many calories you need to lose that weight. You need to know how many grams of protein you have to consume in order to retain that muscle, and you need to be accountable and have sort of measurements based off those numbers. So I had my scale weight, I had my girth measurements, pictures, going back and forward. Was this enough calories to lose, let's say, 1 pound to 2 pounds a week? Yeah, we'll stick with it. Is it plateauing? Yeah. Has it plateaued for a while? Yeah. Okay, do a calorie drop. Has it restarted the weight loss? Yeah, cool. Stick with it. So this is kind of all the numbers and the maths and the physiology of weight loss, okay? Number two kind of umbrella heading could be the psychology of it, right? To have a deadline, to have a date, to have a photo shoot to motivate me, rather than just saying, I'm going to get lean someday, I'm going to get fit. It's just exponential, it's arbitrary. I had this date more or less in stone for the last 6 months. I could focus in on it, I could have a clarity of thought, right? If I eat this, that means when I get to the photo shoot, I mightn't be doing as well. And that I had a coach that I was accountable every week. I'd have to tell him how I got on, what I was doing, why was my calories off, what was I doing with training. So I knew that someone else would be on my back, that it wasn't just me letting myself down, I'd be letting someone else down. That's a pretty huge motivator, okay? And the third one then, the most interesting of ones, and I think it's one that catches so many people, is just the environment that you are in, your life, and how conducive or not is it to weight loss and fat loss. I have lived in a world that is conducive to weight loss my whole life, pretty much. If you don't have the support of the people around you, if your spouse is eating bad, and you're going to just kind of mirror that to a degree, or it's going to be an obstacle, okay? I was lucky-ish in this way that I more or less live alone at the moment, and I was living alone for the last 6 months. My housemate used to work in a different county, so I had kind of control around what was in the kitchen, and my housemate ate healthy enough, which was handy too, and he was always interesting to hear what I would do and would follow suit if he could. So that was quite useful, My friends would all be interested in what I was doing. They see me doing it, rather than pulling me out to go drinking, pulling me out to go eating this type of food. That never happened. I never had that issue, and I know with dealings with so many people, with so many clients, that their family environment, their friends, their co-workers, again, I work alone essentially. I set my own hours, I can set breaks, I can fit training in. I'm not getting caught by someone else's schedule or agenda, missing training, missing eating or overeating if things come up, okay? So there are three big things: the physical, the psychological, mental, and your environment, okay? And one last thing I want to say is that I know I've kind of harped on about it. 6 months of hard training, and started from scratch 6 months ago, and here I am today. No, not at all. This end product of those pictures, okay, has been a culmination of 10 to 12 years of work. I've been lifting weights solidly for maybe 10 years, dieting on and off, tracking, watching what I eat since I've been a teenager, okay, studying this stuff since I went to college, probably since I was 15, 16 when I picked up a Muscle and Fitness magazine for the first time. I knew protein was important. Didn't know much about it, but I knew it was important. I knew weight training was integral. Didn't know how to do it, but I knew these things, okay? So it's going to take a while, and you might... Sorry, our folks got cut off. just what I was saying, that the culmination of 12 years of work for those photos. You might even think that's not even worth it. Like 6 months, yeah, it was good transformation. With 12 years, I think you do more. Not really, unless you're born with some great genetics. It can take a lot of failing, a lot of mistakes, a lot of ups and downs to just finally get a handle on it and put together 6 solid months of work, okay? But these are the things we go through, so if you have any questions or comments, just always let me know. Alright, thanks.